The male lead swallowed a handful of an medicine, but found that the water in the kettle was gone. The hero went to jump in the river again. But I don't know that the rescue team is nearby. He dreamed of flying to T, but was dragged down again. When he woke up from Y yard, I found myself able to see G. First, the uncle who loves to smoke. Then there is the crying female G hiding in the closet. Then there is the old man who stole the beautiful girl and the guy. The man also found him. I saw his head suddenly become bigger. Scared that the hero hurried back to the room. Then I looked up and almost scared to pee. Just look at the 3 gigaseconds floating in the air. Also told the man to occupy his body together. The hero fainted in fright. D 2 days, D handsome wakes up. I saw a naughty jumping G. They took the lead from C. Followed the hero back home. Although the house is quite lively. But the male led is idle from B. Sister uses his body to cry in the morning. The old man drinks with his body in the morning. Uncle used his body to smoke in the afternoon. At night the child started to eat food again. He felt like his body was hollowed out. Who suffers this? The hero found a Taoist priest. Taoist priest told the hero. G harassing people usually have a wish. As long as they meet their wishes, they won't be pestering you. Then the male lead asked them what unfulfilled wishes. Big Y's wish is, let the male lead find an old camera and return it to a friend. And the camera is in the hands of old police C. The male protagonist wants to get the camera back, but accidentally prevented police C from catching the bad guy. Ended up in the police station. In the police station, Big Y is directly possessed by the male lead. Speaking of police C's little M secret. Go back to the camera successfully. Then came to Y yard and returned the camera to Big Y's friend. Unexpectedly, Day Y used the body of the male lead to drink with old friends. The result attracted the attention of Shi Xiaomei. The male lead turned to S room and just looked at her more. I feel like I'm in love. Day Y, as a person who has come over, naturally understands the mind of the male lead. Decided to help him. Then he possessed the hero and slapped Xiaomei wildly. The result is too greasy. Be treated as a pervert. But no matter what you say, Big Y's wish is fulfilled. Next to little G. You see him gobbling. Actually I have eaten 5 bowls of fried noodles. At this moment he shouted. 1 more bowl. It turns out that the male protagonist is being possessed by G. There are cigarette G, alcohol G and crying G in line behind. In order to let them leave themselves, the hero decided to help him fulfill his wish. Little G not only loves eating, but also very playful. They watch the movie first. Then play darts. Actually won the jackpot. Y got a big golden fish candy. The hero wants to give him to Xiaomei, but little G strongly disagrees. The man can only go home holding the candy. Next is Uncle Yan Ji's wish. Uncle is going to the scrap garage to find an old car. After a lot of waves, the old car finally arrived. Then Uncle drove to the beach for a ride. Happily jumped into the sea again. But this is the male lead DC swimming. Scared him to plop in the sea. But under the guidance of the uncle, the hero quickly mastered the method. The way back. Police C stopped because of Uncle throwing cigarette butts. The male protagonist entered the police station again without a photo. Police C asked his family to bail the lead. But the male lead is actually an orphan without a family at all. At this moment, the hero thought of Xiaomei. Then call Xiaomei and ask her for help. While waiting, the hero told the uncle about his miserable life. He originally had a happy family. But when I was a few years old, the family died because of an accident. Round others look down on themselves. He lives hard every day. But see, in my heart desires to have a home. At this time, Xiaomei also rushed to the police station to bail the male lead. The hero is very grateful to Xiaomei. Gave her a box of animated DVDs. At the reminder of Yanji, he helped Xiaomei carry the box to the bus stop. The male protagonist seems to have opened up too. He caught up with the bus. Sitting next to Xiaomei, the hero and Xiaomei smile at each other. Finally it's Crying G. Crying G's wish is to cook a meal for the person Z loves. But she can't tell who Z loves. The protagonist proposes to let Crying G cook for himself. But Crying G said that I still want to invite someone. And this person is Xiaomei. The hero is a little excited. Then I took Crying G to Y house and invited Xiaomei. Xiaomei agreed. Xiaomei arrives for the appointment on time in the evening. But Xiaomei can't see other people. At the dinner table, Mei asked if the host could cook. Big Y replied that I do it every day for the one I love. Xiaomei asked if she would smoke again. Uncle replied. How can I smoke as the head of the family? At this time Crying G let Xiaomei try the seaweed rice. I really want to make it for you every day. Then it's the hero's turn. He confessed to Xiaomei the fact that he could see G. And said they are on the table. Who knows, it caused Xiaomei's anger. Aren't you scary? Although Xiaomei believes the protagonist's words. But if there is a boyfriend who can meet G, how do you think D is uncomfortable? Xiaomei got up and said goodbye. The hero is very lost. Then took away 4G. Coming to the car and wanting from S. But this time he was in his mind. Keep thinking about the memories with Xiaomei. The hero decides to work harder for AC. He brought seaweed rice and came to Y Yard to find Xiao Mei. And confessed to her. Xiao Mei's shy D head down. The two of them sat on the chairs and chatted and ate. Xiao Mei asked the male protagonist a question. How does Mr. Shangwan put water celery in the sushi? Suddenly, the male protagonist's head buzzed. He remembered. This is what Mom said, please. The hero ran home desperately. But there is no one in the family. It turns out that the T-male lead fulfilled his wish for 4 gigaseconds yesterday. Drove them away. The male protagonist regretted. He remembered that Dad had promised him to learn swimming online. My brother promised him to take him to watch anime. Grandpa borrowed an old camera to take pictures when he was going to play. Who knew there was a car accident? His family was taken away in a car accident. And made him lose the memories of his family. The wishes fulfilled by the male lead are things that the family members promised to the male lead but failed to achieve before his death. Looking at the empty home. How can you be so selfish? I lost my mind. Just disappeared out of thin air. Shangwan cried and laughed. P shares will grow hair. I leave it to you. Confession. It's easy to tie a woman's heart. That's sincere. Dad teaches you how to drive. Jay won't let you have an accident. Mom, I'm sorry. That girl looks good. Thank you for growing up so well. Then the male lead's family took that belated family portrait. Don't care where the time goes. Love is all around. Please hug the person who is with you now.